Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create WordPress user, MailerLite subscriber and an item in Monday.com for Webhook Response. So here, every time you have received a new response from any application which is not directly integrated with Pabbly Connect, in such a case, we are going to use this feature by Pabbly, which is Webhook, that provides you a Webhook URL with the help of which you can integrate the application with any application that supports Webhook. Now, the moment you receive the response here, then automatically with the response received, you wish to create an item in Monday.com, then you want to create a subscriber in MailerLite and create a user in WordPress. Now to do that, you will have to integrate all these applications. And the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger will be Webhook by Pabbly, then my action applications will be Monday.com, MailerLite and WordPress. Now to understand how you can integrate and automate this entire process yourself without the need of any coding skills, let's begin. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the sign up link which is given in the video description. So if you are the new user, then you will have to sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation you are going to get 100 free tasks. Now if you are an existing user, then you have to sign in and then you can directly reach the dashboard. Now once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab create workflow. Click on this and this dialog box has appeared. Here you have to name your workflow. You can give any random name. I'm going to name it as per my objective, which is to create a WordPress user, MailerLite subscriber and item in Monday.com for Webhook Response. Now here I'm going to click on create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens. Action says do this. Basically, action here is the automated response of your trigger application. Now here in this particular use case, we want to receive information or we want to receive a response from any random application. Now let's say that this particular application is not directly integrated in Pabbly Connect library. In such a case, I'm going to use this module which is Webhook. So what is it going to do? It is going to provide me a Webhook URL, and now any application that supports Webhook, I can directly integrate the application with Pabbly Connect using this URL. Now let's assume that JotForm is not directly integrated in Pabbly Connect library. In such a case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this Webhook URL, and now let me take you to my JotForm account. Here there is a form, contact form, so I'm going to click on this edit form. Now as we do that, here is the form right in front of us. So this here is the contact form and we have the following fields: first name, last name, email address, company and phone number. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go to settings. Now on the left hand side we have got integrations. Let's click on this. Now within integrations, here we are going to search for Webhook. Let's click on this, and here we have to paste the URL that we have just received. So I'm going to copy this once again, and here I'm going to paste the same. Let's click on complete integration, and as we do that, so here we can see that our integration is ready. Let's click on finish. Now here it is written that we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the Webhook response. Which means that now to check whether Pabbly Connect and JotForm are properly integrated using this Webhook URL, we are going to do a test submission. So I'm going back here, go to publish. Within this, now here we have received this link. I'm going to open this link in a new tab. And now let's fill up the form. Let's say the first name is Smart, the last name is user1. Then here is the email address. Let's say the name of the company is ABC Limited. So this is the address, and then we have the phone number. So here I'm going to enter the phone number, and now I'm going to click on submit. So here we have submitted the form. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. You can see we have captured the Webhook response here. So let's check the response that we have received. And here the name of the form is contact form. Then as I take you down, here we have the first name, last name, email address, name of the company, phone number. So we have received all the details. Now with these details, we want to create an item in Monday.com. So here my next action application will be Monday.com. Let's click on this. And the action event here will be to create an item. Let's click on connect. As we do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with mundane.com account. Since we are setting up this connection for the first time, I have selected add new connection. And now for this setup, we need this token. How can we receive this? So let me show you. Let me take you to mundane.com. I have already logged in. Now here on the right hand side, this here is the profile picture. Click on this. Go to administration. Within administration on the left hand side we have API. Let's click on this. This here is the API token. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste the same here, click on save to set up this connection. So here we can see that mundane.com and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now here we have to fill in this information. So before I do that, let me again take you to mundane.com. Let's go back. And here you can see there are different workspaces. So you can see for the board. So these workspaces are board, and here let's say that I'm going to go ahead with mundane.com. So here I have selected mundane.com. Now within this board I have created a group. The name is new contacts. You can create multiple groups in single board. Now you can see here that since there is only one group, so it has already been captured by the system. So here we have to enter the details. So we have the fields which are name, address, email address and contact number. Now next is the item name. So here for item name I'm going to write new contact. Next we have the name. So here I had received the name in the previous response and I'm going to retrieve it here in this particular step. How? So as I click on this, you can see the previous step, and as I take you down, this here is the first name. Let's give a space, and this here is the last name. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time your workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Next we have the name, person ID and team ID. So if you have the IDs, you can always mention. I'm just going to leave this blank. Next is the address. Now here I'm going to enter the company name. So I'm going to take you down. This here is the company name. For the email address, let's enter the email address. Here it is. And then we need the contact number. So let's go down once again, and this here is the contact number. Now you can also add the contact number with the country code. So we also have received this. So yes, we have entered the complete contact number. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received the response. Here we have received the account ID and data create item ID. Let's go to mundane.com and check the same. And you can see that yes, an item has been created. I'm going to delete this one. And okay, so once done, so here is the item created. We have got all the details. Now once here we have received the details, I want the next step. So the next step is that I want a user to be created in MailerLite. So the same user who has filled up the form. So I'm going to choose my next action step as MailerLite. So here is the application. Next is the action event. So here I want to create or update subscriber. So I'm going to click on this and connect. So again, Pabbly Connect wants to connect with MailerLite account. Again, I'm going to select add new connection. Now for this token, what you have to do is you have to click on this hyperlink once you have logged into MailerLite account. So I've done that. Now I'm going to click on this hyperlink. And as I do that, here we have reached the developer API page. Here I'm going to generate a new token. Let's say the name of this token is demo. And here I'm going to check this box, create token. So this is the token. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste the same here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. And as we do that, we can see MailerLite and Pabbly Connect are now connected. And now here we have to enter the information. Now since we have to either create or update a subscriber, here we need the subscriber's email address. So I am going to turn this mapping button on, delete this, go to step 1 and go to the email address, and here it is. Next we have to enter the status. So here I'm going to make it active. Next we have to enter the group. So here I'm going to take you back to MailerLite. Let's go to subscribers. Now within subscribers, you can see that we have got different groups: product deals, course deals and travel deals. Now let's say that I want this particular subscriber to be added to product deals. So here I'm going to add product deals. You can create a new group as well. Now here we have to add the details of the user. So let's map the information once again. First of all, we need the name. So here we have entered the first name. Now we need the last name. So I'm going to enter the last name. Then we need the name of the company. So the name of the company here is ABC Limited. Then we need the country, city, phone number. So we have the phone number. Let's map this number here. So this here is the country code, and then I am going to go back here, and this here is the phone number. Then we need the state, zip, traveling destination. Now the thing is that these fields which are given here, these are not mandatory fields, so I'm just going to leave this blank as this is just a test case. Now when you are creating a form or when you are creating a user, you can fill up all the details that you wish to have. Now I'm going to just click on save and send test request. And as we do that, we have received the response here. This is the data ID, data email, status is active, this is the source. So according to this response, now this user must be created as a subscriber in MailerLite. Let's go and check the same. So I'm going to go to product deals, and within this group there should be the subscriber. So let's check the subscriber. You can see smart user 1 at pabblytudes.com. This particular person has been added here. So this means our integration till here is a success. And now I'm going to move forward towards my last step, where I want to create a user in WordPress. So here I'm going to choose my action application as WordPress. Let's click on this, and the action event here will be to create a user. Let's click on connect. Here again Pabbly Connect wants to connect with WordPress account. Let's select add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need the WordPress username or email and password. So let me enter the same. Now here we have to enter the base URL. So let me take you to my WordPress account, and here you can see this thing from HTTPS to WP3. This here is our base URL. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, paste the same here, click on save. So as we do that, here we can see that WordPress and Pabbly Connect are now connected. Now we have to enter this information to create a user. First of all, the email address. Let's go to step 1 once again. This here is the email address. Now I need the username. Now for the username, I'm going to take the first name, and without space I'm going to take the last name. This is going to be the username. Now let's create a password. Now for the password, here we have received the submission ID. So I'm going to take this, and here I'm going to add PWD. Next, let's enter the first name. So here is the first name. Next is last name. So this here is the last name. Then we have the complete name. So here again I'm going to go here, enter the first name, give a space, and here I'm going to enter the last name. Then we have the nickname, description, role. So what is the role? So here it is a subscriber. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request, and here we can see we have received the response, according to which now this user must be created in WordPress. The ID we have received, and we have username, name, and all the details. So let's go to WordPress. Now here I'm going to take you to users. Let's go to all users. Now here I'm going to look for smart user 1 at pabblytudes.com. Let's search for this user. And as we do that, here we can see that yes, this is the user. It has been created here as a subscriber. This is the date and time, and approved. So this means our integration is a complete success. Let's check this entire process if it runs in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first take you to JotForm, and here I'm going to again open this in a new tab. Let's fill up the form. So the first name here is Strange. The last name is user. Let's say the email address is strangeuser12345 at pabblytudes.com. The name of the company is Pabbly Connect. And then we have the phone number. So here I'm going to add the phone number, which is, now I'm going to click on submit. And as we do that, here we can see that the form has been submitted. As soon as this form is submitted, first of all, this item should be created in monday.com. So let's go to monday.com, and you can see that yes, this particular item has been created. Now let's go to MailerLite, and I'm going to refresh this page. And as I do that, here you can see that strange user 12345. So this particular user has been added here. And finally, let's go to WordPress. And this time here, I'm going to look for strange user 12345 at pabblytudes.com. Let's search for this user. And here you can see that yes, this particular user is also a part of WordPress now. So this means that our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger was webhook. The event was to capture webhook. Then our first action application was monday.com, where the event was to create an item. Then our second action application was MailerLite, where we had to create or update a subscriber. And our final action application was WordPress, where we had to create a user. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.